Your hobbies are binge watching shows and dancing around the house. So let's talk about the binge watching the shows first. What's the last show you lost? I think what'd you say? Bartender, the Tender Bar was the last movie you watched on Netflix, but what was the last show you
Okay,
binged?
so we have to talk about Dexter. Have you ever watched Dexter?
Uh, I
You
hesitate to say that I sometimes feel a little bit like Dexter, like I'm pretending to be the way a human should be.
so you're familiar, right? So they did the
Yes.
Dexter reboot. When they ended the last time, he was off some in the Canadian woods being a lumberjack or something. We assume they bring him back for one season, and then I mean, if you love Dexter, you must watch it. And I won't talk about anything about the ending. But yeah, Dexter is one of the series I just finished up. Yeah.
So it's back. They just did a new
Yeah,
season.
it's called Dexter New Blood, and 10 episodes recently finished up. And if you're a fan, I would say absolutely watch it. We're clearly hoping for more, but who knows? They're saying Showtime has not agreed to do more. At least that's what the producer is saying, the creator. But who knows? Maybe they will. And I'm actually enjoying the Sex and the City reboot. So lots of reboots.
Huh. So are those on Showtime and
And
what's the other
HBO,
one?
Sex and
HBO
the City
Max?
on HBO Max, and then Dexter's on Showtime. And for my Ray Donovan fans, we just had a Ray Donovan movie to wrap up the series. So that was kind of cool. Instead of them bringing back the series and giving us some BS for how many episodes, they did a movie, and I think they wrapped it up nicely. So my Ray
Yeah, that's
Donovan
awesome.
fans, that dropped last week.
Ha. So what's Ray Donovan? Is that Showtime? That's Showtime.
Ray Donovan Showtime as well.
Yeah, yeah. I got all the streaming things and I've almost caved and gotten HBO Max because there was a while there that I like watched everything.
Mhm.
But now I think enough has built up that I could get it and I'll have enough series that I haven't watched for a while that I could binge and have a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Because then Netflix kind of seen everything I like, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I
All
think I
right, cool.
finished Netflix.
And then dancing around the house. Are these doing like TikToks, or you
Oh
just like to
no, no.
dance with
I
no
mean,
music playing, or what do you do there?
I still love to dance. I love music. I love that. My mom exposed us to different types of music growing up. So I mean, I love music. And coming from Guyana, we're technically Caribbean, but we're also Guyana's a country mixed with it's Black and Indians and indigenous people, but East Indians from India. So I'm a mix. I'm Black and East Indian, and we're technically considered Caribbean. So that's my culture. So I love my Caribbean music. I love my Bollywood music. I love every type of music. So since dancing is still in my heart because I'm still a dancer at heart. So one of my favorite things to do is just put on some music and dance. I haven't gotten in front of the camera yet, but you may see me doing some TikTok dances soon to some real estate stuff. Who knows?
There you go. Do it on TikTok where nobody really sees it, or at least if you don't want them to see it, they might not see it. But then, but
But
then
we want
throw it
them
on
to see.
Facebook and
Isn't
all
the
the other
point of
places.
TikTok to go viral? Like I would like to go viral.
Yeah, I guess so. You're right. Totally. And you have two kids, two boys, 18-year-old freshman in college and a 16-year-old junior in high school. Where does the 18-year-old go?
He goes to Fordham University in the Manhattan campus. So there's a campus in Fordham in the Bronx, actually, a very large campus, beautiful campus. And there's a campus at Lincoln Center in Manhattan. That's where he's at. And his school is literally 2 blocks away from LaGuardia, my high school.
Huh. And then is that where the 16-year-old goes? Did he
And
follow in your
no,
footsteps?
no, he goes here in Brooklyn. He goes to a charter school that's they have an IB program, the International Baccalaureate program. So he's part of that program at the high school.
Nice. And then your 18-year-old, does he commute or is that a thing? Do people usually
Oh yeah,
commute?
yeah. Commute. Most people who live in the city are commuting. Well, I didn't, but most people who are living in the city are commuting to college.
Yeah, why wouldn't you? The cost savings would be a lot, I would think.
Yes, yeah.
I'm sure he would like to, but
He would like, I mean, if we're able to treat him to it, maybe his junior year, I think it's an experience that I really would like him to have it. So if we're able to do that for him, I'd like to.
yeah, that'd be awesome. And you're still close enough. He would still be home like every day to grab some food and get takeout.
Well, no, it's about, I mean, door to door, it's about 45 minutes on the train.
Okay. And does everybody use the train? We'll talk about it more a little bit, but he uses the train to commute back and forth for
Yeah.
college? College? Gotcha. Tell everybody how you got into real estate, what you did from like college to now, real quick.
All right, so real quick, out of college, actually got into cash management, which if you have a bank account and you do anything with your bank account, that's cash management. But I did it for companies. So every single company in America has hundreds of accounts. I actually worked for, interesting story. So I worked for Viacom in the cash management department. And one of my responsibilities back when Mike Tyson would fight, we would get a letter of credit for Don King, and I had to make sure that Don King got his money on Monday morning, so Mike didn't beat his whatever if he didn't get his money. So that was one of the cool things I did as a cash manager starting out, and then I managed the bank accounts for like American Express for like 12 years, and then I actually, but on the flip side, I recently worked for J.P. Morgan. Managing a team who implemented all those same services that I utilized back at American Express. I'm technically a certified, a CTP, certified treasury professional. I kind of got burnt out after a while and took some time off. And this is where real estate really came in and was a savior for me because my ex-husband and I, one of our first homes we purchased was in technically the Gowanus area, but it's like half a block from the border of Park Slope. So we bought a 4-family. People would have ran out of it, bought it really cheap, got renovated it, bought our second building like 3 or 4 years later. And so I was a landlord, did the whole gut renovation thing, rented out. And then when I wanted to get out of corporate America, I actually sold my home. And the sale of that home allowed me to take some time off, be at home with the kids. So, and I mean, that home allowed us to get our second home, live a wonderful lifestyle. So I think not realizing that real estate played such a big part in my life when it was time for me to go back, okay, I needed to get back out to work. I wasn't even thinking real estate was a skill. So I'm trying to think like, what can I do? Like, no, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. And finally, I have a girlfriend, Mildred, who's an excellent real estate agent down in Florida. So I was talking to Mildred and I'm like, you know what? I should just get my license. I decided in March. I had my license by April, and I started initially with Corcoran in July of 2019. So I came in right before everything. Sold my first townhouse by the end of 2019, and here comes, COVID in March of
That's
20.
great though. So your first experience in real estate was as a landlord, and I'm surprised some people get a sour taste in their mouth with that, and they run for the hills for anything having to do with real estate. But you had a good experience. It sounds like you made a little bit of money on that first investment, which you can get by doing that sweat equity, like you said. So to make a bunch of millions of dollars so you could buy one of these penthouses and these new things, what other profession would you be? What else would you do other than real estate?
So when I was in corporate America, I said I'd like to be a lady who lunches. And then I was a lady who lunches when I left. But so I would like to be a lady who lunches with millions of dollars that I used to invest in properties and, do the old community service, be on this board or that board. So yes, but there's a lovely, there's a reel that goes, I do not dream about work, darling. I do not aspire to work. So that's where I am. I do not aspire to work.
Nice. There you go. I like that. I haven't had that one, so it's definitely unique. And what if you're a lady that lunches, usually they have some kind of gaudy hats or they have a different hat every day. They're definitely all to the nines all the time. But so do you have a collection of hats that you would break out?
No, we will be wearing no hats. Okay. I will use my crown, my natural crown.
You got some pretty good hair there. That's a nice head of hair, jet black. I like it.
Thank you.
So let's tell everybody where they can find you if they want to reach out to you. Say your number, your email, and your website aloud. And I forgot to uncapitalize that M in triplemint.com, but that's all right. So say it all aloud so anybody that might be listening rather than watching later can get your information.
Absolutely. So it's Marcia. My name is Marcia Dufresne. So it's marcia.dufresne@triplemint.com. You can find me by my name on either IG or Twitter or TikTok. And then on Facebook, my professional page is Marcia Dufresne RE. But I was able to like get my name everywhere, so that's cool.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah. Oh well, it's probably not too common, which is good. when it comes to getting websites and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I'll have all your Facebooks and socials and Instagrams and YouTubes and whatever Marcia has will be in the description above or below or wherever you're watching or listening. Be sure to contact me if you're buying or selling a home here in central Pennsylvania or anywhere on the planet. I can connect you to our vast network of realtors across the country, just like Marcia in Brooklyn, New York. And if you want to go somewhere else in New York, because I know it's kind of a small area, but there are pockets of different kind of markets there. I'm sure Marcia has somebody there. If you need anybody, reach out to me, call me, text me, email me, throw a rock through my window, send a carrier pigeon, whatever you need to do. I want to hear from you, whether you're moving here in central Pennsylvania, in or out of the area, or anywhere on the planet, like I said. Thanks again for watching and listening, everybody. And a reminder, I'm adding this like I did at the top of the show. Hit the subscribe button and tap the little bell if you're watching on Instagram so you can get notified every time we come out with new episodes about what it's like to move to different places across our beautiful planet. Thanks again, and say goodbye, Marcia.
Adios.
See you, everybody.